Welcome back to Ulzzangmas and welcome to what I guess would be considered the second half of my 2023 makeup collection and declutter series. I decided to start this part with my makeup archive. I've actually had a couple of you guys ask me what that is and what that means. It's something that I started over the summer when I was doing just my, makeup collection series. It wasn't really decluttering anything. I was just kind of, showing what was in my collection. I have mentioned this before. I am the person that will buy something specifically for the packaging. So I have Disney themed makeup. I have, Marvel, DC. I have some things that are just sentimental to me that I don't want to, give up or declutter completely out of the collection. I just wanted to pull those out of the main collection, with the makeup that, I actually rotate, use on a regular basis. But, of course, I don't want to get rid of those products. So I decided, what, I'll start an archive. And I actually got the idea from Allie Glines. Towards the end of last year, when she was on her maternity leave, she had a declutter series that she was doing. And she had started an archive of like some OG palettes, that are no longer in circulation, that have been discontinued. But she didn't necessarily want to get rid of them. And I thought that's a really good idea. And so I decided to do that with the palettes and the makeup products that I just like to collect, for the genre, for the theming, things like that, things that are sentimental to me. So that's what is going to be in this section. I'm really excited about this part of the series. This is kind of like the meat and potatoes part. We're going to be starting with our face palettes, then mini eyeshadow palettes, and I think there's like 6 or 7 parts. It really depends on whether or not I decide to do the blushes in one video or separate the powders from the cream and liquids, because I do have a lot, so it just depends on that. So without further ado, let me go ahead and show you guys what is in my makeup archive, and then we will continue on with the rest of our 2023 makeup collection and declutter series. If you've already watched Ulzzangmas Day 1, which is where I was doing the cleaning and the organizing, then you've already seen this. But if you haven't, these are the new acrylics that I'm using to house my makeup archive. This one is actually a refrigerator organizer tray. It has a little divider in the middle that I thought would be really cool to kind of help me better organize, the eyeshadow palettes. So far, it's working really well for me, but let's go on ahead and go through everything. I'm going to go through this basket first and then through this one. And I also have a separate stack of eyeshadow palettes that I've archived that are sitting in the background, so they're not in here, but I'll show you those too. So let's get started. The first things that I have in here are these that are like blushes and highlighters, and also one face powder. These are part of the Revolution and Disney collections. Let me show you these real quick. This first one is from the Nightmare Before Christmas collection. There were 2, the other one shattered, but this one is Moonlight, Mischief, and Madness. I love Jack Skellington in the inside. These 2 are highlighters. We have them, the Little Mermaid and the Princess and the Frog. That's what they look like on the inside. The Moana one is a blush, and then the Mulan one, this is a face powder. Let me show you this one first. This one is just like a white face powder, and Mushu is embossed in it. I love this embossing. I did try to use this as a face powder, but it didn't really work for that. It just kind of looked white on me, but, I keep it, to collect. And then the Moana blush. Just love the embossing in this one too. This right here, these are just some makeup brushes that a close friend of mine gave me. I'll go ahead and show you those too. They're really cool Avengers themed brushes. All the handles have like the symbols and stuff for specific Avengers. I love these. These are very precious to me. That's why I keep them in the bag. This one right here, I'm really trying to like not show the reflection because it's basically like a giant mirror on the cover. This was from the Revolution and Aristocats collaboration. I didn't really like the highlighter at all, but I love the Aristocats, so keeping it for my archive. I love the cute little paw print on the inside. Moving right along, let's talk about these. These are from Disney and Colourpop. We have these, and then there are a few more over here. Let's go through these first. These right here are some of my favorite makeup pieces in my archive. We have 3 of the Disney villain highlighters, Cruella, Maleficent, and then the Evil Queen from Snow White. This one is the Evil Queen, and this one is Maleficent. This one, as you can see, has been very, very loved. And then we have Ursula. These are the blushes that were part of the Disney Designer Collection. Well, some are blushes and some are highlighters. I think I have a couple still in my actual collection that are not in here, but that's the collection that these are from. These 3 are blushes. We have Belle, Rapunzel, and Tiana. This is what Belle looks like. I love Tiana's. This is just a really soft kind of a brown pink with a bit of a glow. The finish on this one is stunning. Some of these I still do pull whenever I want to do certain looks, but because of the fact that I don't really pull them much, it's easier just to keep them archived. This one is kind of like purpley pink. The gold is like making it hard to really show It's kind of like making the color go in and out, but that's what that looks like. These two are highlighters. We have Giselle and then we have Sleeping Beauty, Aurora. This is what Aurora's looks like. And then Giselle. Over here, I have some kind of like random collectibles. This one was from the Wonder Woman Kiko Milani collection. It's just a really pretty glowy red blush. I love this one. I do still pull this one out from time to time to actually use. This one is a Pokemon themed face powder. I got this out of a No Make No Life box back when I was doing those boxes, or like Korean, Japanese subscription boxes. And I just think this is just so freaking cute. It's so unique. I'll be honest, I'm not sure who the Pokemon is in here, but it's such a unique piece. I definitely did not want to give it up. The inside, they're like little hearts. So it's got like blue and pink. I'm not sure even how you would use this, but I just think that's just so cute. And then there's like a puff in the inside. It's exactly as it is when I got it. I just think this is so cute. Then we have our Thor Love and Thunder face palette. I'm a huge Marvel fan and I love Thor, so I had to get this one. Highlighters, they're okay. Not the best formula, but yeah, there you go. Let's do some lippies next and then we'll finish off with these. This first one, this is from when Kimchi and Trixie did their collaboration. These are two of my absolute favorite queens of life. So when they collaborated, you guys, I lost it. I was so freaking excited. I didn't buy every single piece, but I did get like most of it. And this is just one of the liquid lipsticks. These two are lipsticks from Trixie Mattel's brand. These are really pretty matte lipsticks. I love the fact that you have like the little T right there for Trixie. These are pretty. This is the other one. This is Stacy's mom. This is like a super bright pink. All of these right here, these are a combination of lip products from both of the Sailor Moon collections. I'm not going to show like the individual ones, but just kind of give you an idea of what they look like. I love the packaging on these. I have a lipstick from the Milan Colourpop collaboration. Oh my god, I have never even used this, you guys. I love this packaging. It is so pretty. It says Mulan right there. As you can see, I have never touched this lipstick. It has never touched my lips. It has never been swatched. I have kept it in the same condition that it came in. It's one of my most prized pieces. I love this one. These two are from the Colourpop Tinkerbell collaboration. I apologize for the color kind of going in and out. It's weird with the lighting right now. Actually, this one is the liquid lipstick from the Trixie Mattel and Kimchi Chick collaboration. This one is actually the lipstick. The rest of these are from Colourpop. These two are also from that Milan Colourpop collaboration. And then these three, these were from the Hocus Pocus collection. I can't remember. Was it the first one? I think it was the second one. So these are the liquid lipsticks that were part of that collection. This one is a face and eyeshadow palette. This is from Kimchi Chick. This is the Teddy Bear Boyfriend palette. I just love the whole teddy bear design. It did come with stickers that you could use to like make a face or whatever, but I just like it exactly the way that it is, so I kept it this way. And that's what it looks like on the inside. You have face products on the top and then the eyeshadows on the bottom. We have a Soul Face and Body Powder. This was from, I think it was the Hocus Pocus 2 collaboration, for the second movie. I've only used this a couple of times, but it's got like a blue-green shift to it. It's just so pretty. The rest of these are also from Colourpop. These three are also part of that Villains Disney's Designer collection. Like I said, I think I have one or two of the blushes from this collection I think are still in my drawers. This one is Cinderella. It's a really pretty blue highlight. And we have Ursula. This one is purple. This is a super shock. Oh, that's gorgeous. And then we have Meg from Hercules. Esmeralda. Tell you what, Esmeralda is the one that's in the drawer. But that's what this one's looking like. I'll show you Esmeralda when I do the actual full collection video. These two are face palettes that were part of when Ulta did a collaboration with Funko and Disney. It was a very, unusual collaboration, and there were like some other products too, but these are the only two that I got. We have the Ursula face palette. I have used both of these palettes, and for me, then both of these are actually really good. And then this is the Cruella de Vil blush palette. We have two more highlighters from the Disney Villains collection. We have Hades and we have Dr. Facilier. This is what those are looking like. And then the last thing in this basket, this is a face glitter Moon Crystal Power So Dewy Face Gloss. I have never used this and I will never use this, but this was part of the second Sailor Moon collaboration with Colourpop. Let me put everything back into this basket and then we'll move on to the eyeshadow palettes. I tried to get the whole thing in the frame, but this is the best that we're going to do. I'm going to start with the ones in the front here first. This is from the Dr. Seuss Revolution collection, the One Fish, Two Fish palette. Very weird collaboration, but this was actually a gift from one of my daughter's friends. She gave this to me for Mother's Day. I have never used it, but you know, it's sentimental, which is the reason why I've kept it. Then we have, this is the first Sailor Moon collaboration palette from Colourpop. I've thought about replacing this because I have a broken eyeshadow right there. I was doing a declutter one year and the whole thing just fell out. The palette is still available. It's not like a limited edition palette, so I can get a replacement. I'm still debating that. So let me know down in the comments, what do you think? Should I replace this palette so that I have, you know, all the shadows in it for the palette in my archive? Sound off down below and let me know what you think. I have a couple of Star Wars palettes from Colourpop. I have the Darth Vader, and then this one is like the full Star Wars collection palette. This is when they did the May the 5th Be With You kind of celebration palette. The artwork on the inside of here, it is just amazing, and the color story is really pretty too. The Darth Vader, love the artwork, but yeah, if you actually saw me when I reviewed this video, I was disappointed in this color story. This does not speak Vader. Where are our dark mattes? Where is our glossy black Super Shock shimmer? This is just not what I see when I think of Darth Vader, but you know, the artwork on the front, this is why I have this archived. Over here, we have one from Kiko Milano and one from Oma Beauty. This was from the Kiko Milano Wonder Woman collaboration. Very, very simple, kind of a basic blue-brown color story going on here. And then this one was from the Oma Beauty Coming to America collaboration. Coming to America 2 collaboration. The formula in this one, it's not one of my favorite eyeshadow formulas, but I do love the color story and the plastic slip right here. I love the crest on it. The design of this entire collection was really, really pretty. All three of these are Colourpop collaborations. This one is the Powerpuff Girls. Mulan. I honestly, I hated the formula in this palette. I don't think it was good at all, but the artwork, I mean, look at this. That is just stunning. And then this one is the Disney Villains Misunderstood palette. These two are from Hot Topic. Both of these are Hello Kitty palettes. Hot Topic does some of the freaking cutest Hello Kitty, Santorino, I think that's what it is, you know, My Melody, you know, collaboration type palettes are so freaking cute. And I have been tempted to get them all, but I have to restrain myself because I will get them all if I let myself go crazy. Both of these, oh my God, they're just so freaking cute. This is the other one. Moving right along. This one was from the Thor collaboration with Ulta. It goes with that face palette. What I love about this is that it's magnetic. It's just so freaking cool. Then you have a side for each one of our Thors, you know, our main Thor and then Jane. I mean, just the whole idea is just really cool. We have from Ciate London, this is the Jessica Rabbit collaboration. The cover on this is so cool. The color story is not one of my favorites. The formula in here I wasn't particularly impressed with, but you know, this is why I keep it. Y'all, if it is like really noisy in the background, I apologize. Traffic is like super heavy outside for some reason. It's usually not this heavy. I don't know what's going on, but just in case it's like super loud, I do apologize. These hold a special place in my heart. This is when Milani did the anniversary collection with Salt and Pepper. Oh my God, Salt and Pepper were my girls. I grew up with them. These two palettes are made to look like CDs. We have the Hot, Cool, and Vicious, and then the Very Necessary. The Very Necessary is, I think this is the All Shimmer. Yeah, the All Shimmer with a couple of mattes in here, I believe. And then this is the other one. I love the fact that in the corner of each one has their autographs. Now we're moving into the back. I have all three palettes from the BH Cosmetics. These are the Dance Remix. They did palettes for each decade. We have the 90s Remix. These are just so cool. These are like never going to leave my collection. This is the 80s Remix. And then the 2000s remix. This one also came from Hot Topic. We have the Love Eternal. This is the Night Before Christmas collaboration. I love this. You see that? How it's raised and stuff. This is so cool. I put this in my background on Halloween. The formula, you guys, this is one of the worst eyeshadow formulas to ever exist. It's not very good. Same thing with this one back here. I'll go ahead and show you too. This one is from Moana. I also got this one from Hot Topic. First of all, this packaging is so freaking cheap. Like, it's just some of the cheapest packaging I've ever seen from an eyeshadow palette. And this formula, ooh, you guys, this is nothing but powder. This is straight powder. Powder, powder, powder. This is just, it's terrible. But, you know, this is the reason why I keep it. It looks like a painting. And I love that about this palette. This one and this one right here. These I keep for sentimental reasons. Early in my makeup journey, my daughter got these for me. She bought these from Five Below. First, we have the Exposed. I think this is an eyeshadow palette from the Color Workshop. Yeah, it's the eyeshadow palette. The formula in both these palettes, you guys, it's not very good. It's not very good at all, but my baby girl gave these to me. So yeah, I will keep these until they turn to dust. This one is a bronzer palette. The first one is an eyeshadow palette. This one is a very, very cheap bronzer palette. Like, the plastic on this, guys, it's like super cheap. This feels like something you would get from, like, you know, AliExpress or something like that. I did try to use these bronzers and they just don't work. But like I said, these were gifts from my daughter. So yeah, we'll be hanging on to these for life. I am starting to lose my light, so let me see how much quicker I can get through this. This is the palette from the Trixie Mattel and Kimchi Chick collaboration. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Looks like a TV screen. And this is the color story. I have a couple of Halloween themed palettes. The first one, this one I actually got this year. I did a full like try on with this entire collection. And this is the Casper, the Friendly Ghost collection with Profusion. The cover is supposed to glow in the dark, but it's very, very faint. This is what the actual color story on the inside looks like. And then this one is from Lunar Beauty. This is the Moonspell Volume 2 palette. Sadly, I missed out on Volume 1, and I don't think I'll ever be able to get that one into my collection. This one is another sentimental palette. My daughter gave this to me for my birthday last year or the year before. It's from Makeup Revolution. This is like the Constellation palette. I'm not going to open it because the mirror on the inside is not secure in there and it likes to fall out. But the packaging on the outside is pretty cool. And then I have a few more from Hot Topic. This one is the Supernatural Join the Hunt palette. I am a huge Supernatural fan, so when I saw this in Hot Topic, I definitely had to snag it. The formula in this one is actually pretty decent. I have used it, and it's actually pretty nice. This one is the Oogie Boogie palette, Nightmare Before Christmas. We have a ramen noodle Cup of Noodles themed eyeshadow palette. I was going to film my face palette declutter today as well, but I don't know, the light's kind of fading, so that may have to be a tomorrow thing. But this one is from Mulan. This is the Warrior Reflection palette with the Guardian and Cricky on the front. And then it opens up like this. You see that? My son's bed is reflecting in there. But this is the color story, and I love the fact that you have this little brush right here. It looks like a calligraphy paintbrush. I have never used it. I have never touched it. I've kept it in the condition that it was when I got the palette. I have used some of the shadows, and the shimmers in here are really pretty. This one was from the Netflix Sabrina and NYX collaboration. It looks like a spell book. The formula in this one, you guys, it's pretty terrible. It's not good at all, but, you know, I love the fact that it looks like a spell book. And the Netflix Sabrina series, it's one of my favorite series in the world, and I love this. There's two more palettes in here. This one is another sentimental one. My husband got this for me. We were in Ulta Beauty one day, just walking around, and he saw this palette, and it was on sale, and he got so excited, and he was like, "Oh my God, honey, they have this, look at it, they have this really pretty cherry themed palette, and it's on sale. I'm gonna get it for you." So he bought it for me. It's pretty, you know, I have used it a few times, but yeah, this holds a lot of sentimentality for me. And then the last one that's in this bin, this is an OG. This is a classic palette. Well, not necessarily OG, but a classic palette. This is like part of makeup history. You cannot get this anymore. This is not made anymore. There's a whole lot that, you know, a lot of backstory where this palette is concerned. But this is the Tati Beauty Volume 1. The intention was that she was going to have a bunch of different volumes, but if you've been keeping up with, you know, she's been talking about litigation and all this stuff, she ended up having to close Tati Beauty. So unfortunately, this is the only palette we will ever see from that brand. This one is the Textured Neutral. So you have basically columns of the same shade but in different textures. This is a pretty unique idea. Let me put everything back into this bin, and then I have one more stack, and it's the palettes that I keep in my background. They are part of my archive, but I just don't keep them in here. Let's see how quickly we can go through these. Once again, these are the ones that just sit in my background. They are part of my archive, but I use them as background decor. So we have two that are from The Nightmare Before Christmas, this one and this one. So we have Sally and Jack's palettes. That's what Sally's is looking like. And then we have Jack's, if I can get it open. These four are from Disney Revolution collaborations. This one as well. Let me show you this one first. This is the Say Sassy. This is the Aristocats. I just loved the cats in here. This is the only palette I think I have in my archive that I have actually never used. I have never touched this. I intended to use it, but I don't know. It just never happened. And by then I just decided just to go ahead and archive it. You can see the little paw prints in here. This is just the cutest little palette. And then these palettes, this one is the Moana. They have blushes on one side and eyeshadows on the other. These work really beautifully as bronzers too. I've actually used this one as a bronzer, and it's actually pretty nice. It's okay. We have Tiana. The blushes on this one are really pretty. There's a red one in here. Down here, oh my God, it is stunning. When it comes to like Revolution collaborations like this, you really never know what the formula is going to be like. This one is the Little Mermaid. And then we have Mulan. This is the only one where I feel like the blushes don't make any sense. When I look at this color story over here, this does not scream Mulan to me. I don't know where they got this particular blush palette color story from. These two came from Hot Topic, and I wish that they would do some more Disney Princess collaboration palettes like these because these are really cute. These are the only ones that I have seen them do so far. We have the Moana. This one is much better than the other palette that came from Hot Topic. This is definitely an upgrade. And then we have Tiana. The artwork on this one is just so beautiful. We have two more Disney. This one is from Alamar Cosmetics, and this one is from Colourpop. This actually goes with that Villains Misunderstood palette. This is from the Midnight Masquerade collection. So freaking pretty. And then we have the Encanto from Alamar. That's it. That is everything that I currently have archived. Like I mentioned in the very beginning of the video, I'm going to be adding to my archive, which is why I wanted to just go ahead and show you guys what it looks like now. Definitely throughout my Declutter series, I do have products that I will be adding to this collection, but I really do hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please surely give the video a thumbs up. It really does help with the recommendations. I had a lot of fun doing this video. Like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. If you are not already subscribed, please consider doing so. It's absolutely free. And we try our best to have a good time over here. Make sure you tap the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. And you can also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.